Hey guys, Decav13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. I think this is the first time I've recorded this thing in like, I want to say a month and a half? Oh boy. So as you can see, I didn't record the actual event, the actual summer event itself. I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back and just read all the stuff through the quest log, because honestly, I think that seems a lot easier for me. This is probably the only time I'll do this, so don't worry. I'm not going to skip out on gameplay for other events. I just needed to get through this because it was the last day of the event. I was too invested in 3 houses, and shit just fell apart real fast. Anyway, let's get started. So we last left off with the opening ceremony, so we'll take it from the first area, and I think we'll just read through all these in this episode. The next episode we'll do the second part of the event, so let's start Plains A.
Fo is so bored he's starting to yawn. With the exception of that rocket incident, I guess it has been surprisingly quiet so far.
Everyone's still feeling each other out.
True, but I wouldn't mind if things stayed this peaceful for the entire race. I've learned about sporting events like marathons and Aikiden from video records in the sports library. They showed me that a competition doesn't need fighting or conflict to be riveting. Just seeing who is the fastest can be more than enough. I hope this race turns out to be a clean, honest competition. Just like... No way, I didn't pony up for this event just to have my racers be good sports. Did you forget who I am or something? I'm Ishtar, the goddess of love, beauty, and war. Duh. And I say it's not a real race until there's been some bloodshed. The fans didn't come here to watch the racers play nice. So, on that note, let's go back to commentary mode. The lead racers are just about to enter the first area. Does this bode well, or is it a sign of trouble afoot? And hey, what do you know? Looks like something's happening over there. That's more like it. Everything looks the same around here. I'm growing bored of this scenery. I desire excitement. What do you say, Dark Maid? Shall we try picking a fight?
I am loath to admit it, but I was just thinking the same thing. My self-control has reached its limit. However, before we go about ridding ourselves of interlopers, there is something strange around here that must be dealt with. I can sense the sort of people I dislike most. Ill-mannered customers.
Huh?
Tilted.
I see the air and sand have grown dry. What is this rundown place? This desert brings back memories, but the sand here seems much less pleasant than it is in Egypt. Something's coming from up above! Watch out!
Yeehaw! You're not going anywhere! Stop right there, girlies!
Who are these men with the strange haircuts? Were they defeated in battle and forced to cut their hair that way as a mark of their shame? I guess they're some kind of wandering space soldiers. This should be fun. Let's see if they can keep up with my driving technique. What's this? A mysterious group of mohawked men have appeared before our racers. Are they friend or foe?
Foe, obviously. 3 words. Search and destroy.
Yes, I suppose you're right. They certainly don't appear to be very friendly. Our racers are completely surrounded and have no choice but to come to a stop. Each group is eyeing the other. Will our racers engage these men with diplomacy or hostility? Welcome, honored customers. Let us begin with Seos Morgan!
Just Noble Phantasm right away. Gah!
Well done, British barbarian. I shall have to make sure I do not fall behind. You came to hear me perform, yes? Then listen well. Laudatum Domus Illustris!
Just Noble Phantasms immediately. Cool, guys.
Foe! They started with their noble phantasms? That's overkill.
Bit much for little guys like that, isn't it?
Looks like things are escalating quickly. Not that I expect any less. Anyway, this looks like the right level of violence to get things rolling. Let's sit back and watch how our racers handle this little warm-up exercise.
God damn it.
Huh. Such rebellious hairstyles Such rebellious hairstyles are unacceptable. You may shave your head if you like, but you must keep the hair that remains in a tidy top knot. They're not very strong, but there's so many of them that it's... What's that? This is as far as you go, intruders. This is our land. Did you think you could set foot in our land without first paying your respects? This voice.
Boss! Big Cat Sis! Ma'am's here to save us!
Couldn't you all have agreed on a nickname for her ahead of time? What an unpleasant surprise. This singularity truly has gone awry. I never expected to see you leading these barbarians. But let me just make certain of this. Are you their leader, Atalanti?
It would seem I am, Your Imperial Highness.
Why do you interfere with my rosy driving? Who are these men anyway?
My presence here alone should give you the answer to that. They are my darling children.
What was that? I don't understand.
What in the world are you talking about? Perhaps I should introduce you to a good therapist.
Children? But you're so close in age. And you look nothing alike. In fact, I have a hard time believing you're even the same species. They look more like ogres than anything.
There is more to parenting than age difference or genetics. Our relationship is what matters. I shall tell you again. These are my children. I adore them. Yeehaw! Yeah, Mama gets compliments all the time on what precious angels we are. Licks pipe. Cool, dude.
Relationship, eh? You're exactly right. A mother and her children are not linked by blood alone.
Now, never mind my children. These are the Atalanti Plains, and there is something I must tell all who would try to cross them.
Huh, I'm surprised you're such a romantic that you'd name this land after yourself. That's something like an explorer would do.
The name is of no importance. What is important is that this road leads to our greatest treasure, something more valuable than even gold or jewels. Is that so? And what is that treasure? Seed apples. We have planted seed apples up ahead. What?
I'm not even sure what those are.
Seed apples are seed apples. Plant them and they grow into apples. What? They are truly a blessing in this forsaken land. I need them to ensure my children's future. But if you were to run roughshod over them with your wheels and hooves, that future would be ruined. I cannot permit that.
Are you aware that apples don't like arid environments? There's no other overgrown climate like that.
Silence! It is not today that matters, but tomorrow.
I'm fairly certain this desert will still be hot and dry tomorrow, and you'll have the same problem.
Don't try to reason with her, Helena. At any rate, I will not have you racing over our seed apple orchard. I shall be merciful and permit you to turn back, or to find another path. However, if after everything I have told you, you insist on proceeding, my wrath shall be swift and terrible. I will not hesitate to pierce your heart on the spot. For my arrows exist solely to ensure my children will always have cause to smile. Hee smiling while sticking out pierced tongue. Alright, that's weird. The very instant our racers reach the first area, they're presented with their real first challenge, an ultimatum from a mysterious, beautiful woman. If they continue on their current path, they'll have to face a hail of arrows. How will they get out of this predicament? Looks like the Singularity's inhabitants showed up after all. It does complicate matters, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Races are supposed to have setbacks after all, so it all adds up to make the ritual more exciting. Now come on, you two, don't just stand there. You've got a lot of work ahead of you. I guess it's too soon to tell what will happen later, but for the moment it does seem like we won't be fighting Atalanti just yet. So I suppose we should do what we can by focusing on our own jobs. I believe it had something to do with keeping supplies in stock? That's right. I want you to bring supplies and stuff to the pit stops and racers on the track. That said, circumstances can change pretty quickly in a race like this, so it's probably impossible to make sure all the teams are always on equal footing all the time. So you're free to use your own discretion to send supplies to whichever team you think needs them. Or even just the team you most want to win. If that ends up making things a little uneven, well, that's okay. Each team's relationship with you is an important part of the race, too. I see. Okay, I'll give it a try. I know you will, Senpai. I do wonder how everyone else will end up handling this race. But I'm certain that if we do our job well, we'll be able to help out all of them. Let's both do our best. Foul! Now, while events are yet in their infancy, I have already arrived on one certain, undeniable conclusion. To wit, seed apples do not in truth exist. Ergo, that catgirl is merely bluffing. QED. Therefore, we will be best served by proceeding ahead without concern. Nothing could be simpler. Go on, Fran. Feel free to put the pedal to the metal and express how much you love your helpful papa.
I don't really love you, Papa. Full steam ahead.
Oh, Fran. Am I mistaken, or did she say something tremendously hurtful? Please tell me I misheard her. Answer not found. I couldn't hear her over the sound of my lovely steam whistle. Full speed ahead.
I love summer.
Well, my daughter certainly seems happy, so I shall call it a win. I am nothing if not a master of rationalization.
I agree, we don't need to worry about the crops. Let's pick up the pace.
You got it! DCAC power full charge!
If ever there was a time to take advantage of our rocket, seems like it would be now. I doubt we'll be found out now that we've come this far. I'll just retract our tires and try cruising at a low altitude. Danger! Emergency evasive action! Ishtar's trying to snipe us! Get those tires back out! Hurry! This is quite the spin we're going on. Totally rock and roll. Go on, ramming speed. What an unfortunate accident. It's a real shame, but these things happen. Just you wait, saber faces. I'm coming for you.
All right, X.
No, it's wonderful to have such earnest rivals as this. All of their brakes are shot to hell. Well, I'm not about to be left behind. Onward! Let's leave a trail of roses as we weave our way through the skirmish. We shall be the ones on top when this ends.
Seed apples. Those sound nice. Their name reminds me of apple pie. But I will still not show them an ounce of mercy. After all, I do not know how to cook. I only have use for pies that have already been baked. If these seed apples have any sense, they shall be reborn as seed apple pies. Alright, Alder.
This won't do at all. While combatants may run roughshod over an orchard in battle often enough, this is still a transgression I cannot overlook. I forbid it. This is unacceptable. If any here is the sort of delinquent who would violate public decency as easily as they would trample a campus flower bed, know that I, Minamoto no Raika, will never let you get away with it! But won't it, damage the ground more if we go after them with horses? I'm sure the Buddha wouldn't approve of wasting food. But oh well. Andrew has clearly smiled upon her, so she's this unconcerned about the orchard. That must mean the Buddha is a-okay with it.
It's quite the interpretation, Sanzan, but okay.
We should soon be in the zone where these seed apples are supposedly planted. It certainly is a dilemma, isn't it? If we trample the orchard, I could be seen to be ignoring starving commoners, which isn't a good look for any ruler. I'm not at all afraid of that huntress's arrows, but anything that would lower the pharaoh's reputation is a cause for concern. Shall we take a detour around the area, then? Don't be ridiculous! A true pharaoh wouldn't take a detour, especially not when we're already behind. Then what do you want to do? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I wonder if it is easier for her to think under that outfit, in much the same manner as how some people feel more at ease in narrow spaces. What would Cleopatra or Pharaoh Ozymandias do if they were here? I see it now! If Pharaoh Ozymandias were here, I'm sure this is what he would say.
A foolish question! If these seeds are hardy and strong, they should welcome my noble footsteps. And if they are so impertinent as to die from my trotting upon them, then they do not deserve to remain alive. In other words, either outcome is acceptable. Now go forth and pay them no heed.
What an inspiration he is! Yes, great Pharaoh, I shall follow your example! Nitocris, I'm not sure this man you admire is... well... Come on, we don't have any time to waste! Onward! She seems to have profound concerns of her own. I can relate to how fragile her happiness is.
Oh, Nito.
All that said, even if this is the only choice available to me as a pharaoh, I do hope I don't end up killing any of these seeds. I also used to be a king, however briefly, so I understand how important orchards like these are to... Huh? Is it just me, or do we seem to be unusually high off the ground? And is it my imagination, or are we also moving more slowly? Yes, we are. We are using one of the Pharaoh Legend's hidden forms, Walker Mode. Walker Mode? I didn't know we had anything like that! In this mode, the legend extends 6 legs normally hidden in the undercarriage, and transforms into a scarab form. Then is able to move very carefully by placing the small tips of each leg down one at a time, like so. It's very shaky. It feels like we're barely moving. There is nothing we can do about that. This is one of the legend's safety features. Its scarab legs touch very little of the ground at a time. When it sensed that you did not want to step on the seeds, it transformed automatically in order to avoid doing so. This system was originally designed to prevent us from dying to landmines. I never expected it to activate in order to avoid stepping on seeds planted in the ground. Why did you install this? What do you mean? I asked you while I was putting this field together if it was alright for me to install a bare minimum of safety features. Okay, I remember that, but how does this qualify as a bare minimum feature? Ow, my butt! I'm afraid you'll just have to deal with it. This mode is designed first and foremost to avoid stepping on dangerous objects. Speed and comfort are secondary concerns. Oh man, we're the only ones still here. All the other teams are already way ahead of us. And at this piddling speed, we'll never catch up to them. This race was supposed to demonstrate the glory of the pharaohs. They've already failed to do that, and the race is only just beginning. If Pharaoh Ozymandias were watching this, I'm sure he'd be extremely upset about... Something just exploded up ahead. Oh gosh, is Pharaoh Ozymandias already firing at us from Mesaktet? I'm so sorry, I know I'm a failure as a pharaoh. No, nobody is firing at us, Nitocris. Look, over there. What the? The ground beneath us just exploded! And these flames, they remind me of Honoji.
Slump.
Some cowardly saber must have done this. I swear, I'll make her pay. Pitiful. I planted landmines in front of our seed apples, the symbol of our tomorrow, in order to keep them safe. It seems that everyone who went ahead of us has been blown up. I believe we avoided a similar fate thanks to Legends Walker Mode. Now do you understand, intruders? There's nothing I will not do, no matter how despicable or depraved, to keep my children safe. Incidentally, I purchased these landmines from a passing by demon. They are guaranteed to be effective even against servants.
Boy, I wonder what demon that could possibly be. Could it be one who goes tick-tock? Yeah. I believe so.
Okay, but considering how big their explosions were, haven't they also just blown up all the seed apples you planted here too?
Well, shit.
Cursed intruders! Our hopes for tomorrow have been dashed thanks to your meddling. If only you had never come here, my children would still be smiling.
Wide grin with missing teeth. I think they're still smiling.
They still seem to be smiling, though. Silence! I will end your atrocity. I will endure your atrocities no longer. You shall pay for what you have done. Well, that complicates matters. Still, now all the other teams are out of commission. This is our chance to pull ahead. Restore the Pharaoh Legend to driving mode. First we'll shake her off, then we'll take first place. I will do as you say, since we'll be a sitting duck otherwise, but I'm afraid we cannot shake her off. She is easily keeping pace with us on foot. Did you truly think you could escape me? My name is synonymous with racing, and racing with my name. Unlike you weaklings, I have no need for a vehicle. Damn. Looks like we have no choice but to fight our way out of this. But once we beat her, our victory here is all but assured. Let's go! Our future is gone. Now that we've reached an understanding, I think we'll be on our way. Wait, there's one last thing I wish to say. What is it? I did my best to play the role I was given, but I suppose expecting you all to buy that the Mohawked men were my children was asking a bit much after all.
A bit.
Role? Who could have given her a role to play? Is there someone else ruling this singularity? Perhaps. I'm afraid I do not know. Ah well, that hardly matters any longer. The important thing is that no one's holding us back anymore. Let's head for the checkpoint and enjoy some well-earned admiration along the way. Why are we back in Walker mode? It is precisely when one lets down their guard after feeling secure in their victory that accidents are most likely to occur. We must not fall into that trap. After all, if we were to get careless and drive over a leftover landmine, we would still end up dead. Oh no, I hear the sound of engines coming up behind us! The other teams must have recovered. At this rate, they'll catch up to us in no time. Hurry up and get us out of this mode, now!
Oh, poor Nito. Alright, so Crater B. I don't know how the fuck I'm accomplishing this. Every time I'm drinking water, it ends up like splashing in my fucking nose. How am I doing that?
Now the race for the second area is underway. All the teams are starting off on equal footing again. I've calculated the difference in times between when everyone arrived at the first checkpoint, so we do have a provisional ranking at the moment. But it's still too early to tell how things will play out.
That was a hell of an area to start the race with.
That's very true. I'm glad everyone made it through there. You gotta admit the crowd loved it, though. You know, enthusiasm in a race is a lot like faith. And in this case, the stronger that faith is, the more certain this singularity will be to disappear. Since you've put such an unusual amount of time and money into this event, I guess you really must want everyone to finish this race, right, Ishtar? Yup, I sure do. Anyway, I'm glad everyone made it through the first area.
That's not suspicious, Ishtar.
Now, what awaits our racers in the second area? As they all left the starting line at the same time, it shouldn't be long now before they notice the change in their surroundings. Fancy scene transition, go!
Wow.
Whoa, it's hot here! Yikes! It's downright scorching! Are they trying to set us on fire? Wait, I'm already starting to tan!
Oh no, Nobu.
Now I'm really glad we went through the snow cone drive-thru. Huh? It's so hot here that my snow cone already melted into a puddle of syrupy water. Although, at least it tastes good. So hot. Need to cool down.
Sticking out tongue. Oh, precious Fran. I see you are attempting to lower your body's temperature by expelling your internal heat using the same method as overheating dogs. Naturally, I find that behavior completely adorable. You and me both, Professor. Fran is too precious. Don't you compare my friend's daughter to a dog.
My, this heat seems a match for the fires of hell. Not that I have any experience with those, of course. Personally, this place reminds me of the Flaming Mountains. Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks of a rope, and a king stuffing himself with pork buns. Ugh, my head. This heat is really abnormal. It should not be possible topographically, but it looks like we're near a volcanic crater? I think I see someone up ahead. Hey there, good of you to come. You must be tired of such a long journey.
Hey, Boudica, what are you doing here?
Are you hungry? Shall I make you a galette? They say you can't something on an empty stomach after all. Oh, Miss Boudica, I feel as though it has been ages since I saw you outside of the kitchen. And a gullet, you say? Fascinating. I've never heard of anyone making a dish out of gullets before. How do you go about preparing such a dish?
You'll see when I rip your gullets from your throats.
Boudica, what are you doing here? What is the meaning of this hostility? I recall Master saying he has seen you like that before, but little else.
My land has been taken from me. That's all the reason I need. And then, there's what happened last year.
Last year?
I was told to wear a swimsuit and sit in a hammock, while numerous photos were taken of me. I was a little embarrassed, but I agreed because I thought it would make everyone happy. And when I was then told the resulting photos were some of the more popular 3-star entries, I dared to believe that when this year's summer event rolled around, oh no, I might even get a playable swimsuit version of myself. So then why? Why haven't they given me a swimsuit? What sort of world do we live in where hard work isn't rewarded?
You sound like the mysterious Shinsen Gumi woman who tried to catch me off guard right before I boarded my vehicle.
You know, funny about this. Since Nobu brought it up, I love that this year in JP, Okita finally got her swimsuit version, and she looks adorable. I'm glad it happened, 2 years later. Good for you, Okita. Anyway.
One misstep and my new swimsuit form could have been lost forever. And now here you are!
Smirk.
An inferior mass-produced saber like that one could never have hoped to match me. Tonight my secret caliber will bathe in blood. Well, she coughed up some blood before giving up the ghost. As you can see, this bloodthirsty mad dog went and took her out of her own accord. All that said, Boudica, you may want to be careful. This may be rich coming from me, but if you say things like that too often, you'll start to lose credibility.
Yeah, seriously, Nobu.
Of course, in my case, I've already given up on ever being taken seriously. No, I have become an avenger consumed by rage. This is as far as you all go. I'm glad you're all in vehicles. That will let me use my chariot to make you all bow down before me. But I do not merely want to defeat you. I want to utterly break your spirit. That is the only way I can truly protect my land. Is that so? What an amusing concept. We summer housekeepers have exceptionally strong spirits, for no matter what manner of filth we must clean, we do not have the option of resigning. How then do you intend to go about breaking our spirits? A game of chicken, to the mouth of the volcano. Chicken? Does this mean she's still talking about food after all?
No, Raiko, that's not what that means.
I've set things up so that you'll never be able to cross the mountain unless you defeat me. She's right. I've taken a quick look around, and I don't see any alternative route. Anything like that has probably been hidden with magecraft, or physically obstructed in some way. Regardless, we can't do anything about that with an opponent facing us. In other words, we really do have no choice but to accept your challenge. And I'm okay with that. It sounds like fun. I have no objections either, Boudica. It is clear that words will not suffice to break your delusion. This too must be fate. Our match shall be both a race and a battle to demonstrate our resolve. Above all, I shall never back down from a challenge in which I must risk my life. A game of chicken. At first I thought it might be a competition to see who can eat the most turkey, but I can tell that the situation is much more dire than that. I grant you, though, that I am not concerned with your enthusiasm for this competition, Nero. I can see that you take it seriously. I would not mock those who dare risk their lives for what they desire. Just this once I shall acquiesce and let the sub-driver take the glory. You shall have this maid's full support, Drama Queen. No, and you in turn have my gratitude. I shall dedicate a song to you once we have won.
Alter looked a little pained by that.
You two. You share the same vehicle. Why? Why are you... I see. There you have it, folks. Looks like the secondary will be kicking off with a game of chicken against Boudica and her chariot. The victor will be the team that can get her and return to the main race the fastest. Are you sure about this? Racing towards the mouth of an active volcano seems like a very bad idea. You think? I doubt they'll have to worry about anything besides lava hail and pyroclastic clouds.
Are you sure this is a good spot for a race?
Don't worry about it. If things really do get dicey, I'll step in to help. I guess if you can't help but worry, you and Mash can keep bringing them supplies like you did last time. I've got pit stops set up there and everything. Yes, I suppose you're right. Let's do our best again, Senpai. Oh. Alright, looks like the game of chicken with Boudica is about to get underway. The countdown will be handled by Boudica herself, apparently. Well, I'm sure she'll be fair about it.
Of course.
3, 2, 1... Go! Come on, we better move it! Wait, huh? Has Legend's body just grown extremely heavy, or are we not moving at all? Nitocris, listen to me very closely. There is only one possible outcome of this game. Death. You don't know that! Yes, I do. Given your pride, earnest nature, and sense of responsibility, I see no possible ending for this race. That does not include our deaths. Therefore, I am left with no choice but to activate the Legend's full spike mode. It is designed to let it cling to the ground in case of avalanches and landslides. We must proceed first and foremost with caution. Do you even understand what the goal of a race is?
Poor Nitocris.
What's this? We're still at the very beginning of the second area, but one team's already lagging behind. Meanwhile, the other team's vehicles are neck and neck with Boudica's chariot. At this point, let me offer the same advice I gave in the first area. If you get crushed by a boulder or melted by lava, walk it off. You better make sure each and every one of you makes it to the finish line.
Alright, Ishtar. Alright, race highlights. I think I'll end the episode after I read this part. Then we'll do the next one in the next episode.
Impressive, Boudica. Your pedal...
Ow, what the fuck?
You're pedal to the metal with not a whit of concern for volcanic bombs, and you know how to use your chariot's heavy rear to drift across the terrain. Even in my Olympia, there are none who can match your skill. However, I will show you that it takes more than determination to claim victory. I won't lose to you this time. I'm going to win no matter what it takes. Whoa, this heat is giving me atmosphere re-entry flashbacks. Youch! I mean, I designed my ship to protect us from extreme heats, but I never imagined how hot it could get in here. It feels like I'm working in a sweatshop. Can I maybe take off my jacket? Or even better, just race in a swimsuit? What's this? You're attempting to use the surrounding chaos as a ploy for you to change into a swimsuit yourself. Ingenious! Still, if we get even more characters with your face in swimsuits, it's likely to start a riot. And yet, this heat really is unbearable. Very well then, in the spirit of the summer event, I might as well just sell out completely. I shall consider this our own personal summer festival. Oh yeah, everyone's loving it, and it's all thanks to me. I think you're confusing Flames' excitement with actual flames, but I am getting kinda excited now too. My Artorium's running so hot you could fry noodles on it. Time to strike while the griddle is hot. Our surrounding environment keeps getting harsher and harsher. Though I guess that's no surprise since we're getting closer to the mouth of a volcano. Red goopy paste. Is that the same stuff? Is that stuff the same as the food I eat every day? The kind that tastes like it's made for babies?
I know what sort of food artificial life forms eat, and it doesn't come bubbling up from the ground. This seems a bizarre revelation about my dear daughter's background, but I shall chalk it up to being a figment of my imagination. Well, this certainly isn't good. A stream of lava just cut us off from the others.
Can we go through it?
I'm afraid not. Continuing to press forward now would be tantamount to suicide. I could vent some steam to let us fly over it, but... That sounds like a wonderful solution. Go on then, do it! Unfortunately, after running the numbers, I can't rule out the possibility that Ishtar might shoot us down. Flying is against the rules of this race, after all. Perhaps she would overlook it as our sole purpose is to avoid the lava? No, probably not. Then I'm afraid this is our only option. Locomotive form off.
Huh?
Sitting on his head. In this form, I'm not venting steam to fly, but to leap, thus lowering our odds of being shot down. This way we can move forward and avoid the lava. It does slow us down, but it's better than being stuck here.
Huh?
Nod. Just a moment. Where am I supposed to sit? I too would like to be carried away like something out of a fairy tale, you know. I'm afraid that's impossible. There's not enough room for you, so carrying you both would cause stability issues. Fortunately, you can leap quite well under your own power. I've seen you do so when using your noble phantasm. And have you any idea what a toll that takes on my back to do that at my age? Every leap and bound has taken at great peril of sciatica, hernia, and other such dangers, to say nothing of the gunfire giving me tinnitus. Trust me when I say that I would just as soon not be any making such literal leaps of faith. You can't imagine the strain all this activity puts on on your body once you get to be a gentleman of advancing years. Poor professor.
Something's changed the surrounding environment. Changed in the surrounding environment. I wonder if... Oh no! I can't believe I forgot!
Not to worry. I know what you're thinking. I've been thinking it myself. You have been biding your time waiting for the perfect chance to rid this vehicle of its most useless energy. Namely, its source of alter something or other, and now the opportunity to do so has presented itself with the form of an active volcano. Fortunately, I have already prepared a lever for precisely this eventuality. Pull it and that half-witted eccentric will be ejected straight into the lava. Go on then, whenever you're ready. You great hairy fool! In a vehicle where safety is paramount, alternating current is the only viable choice. Your cut-rate direct current doesn't even work with transformers. I believe we've both had enough of you and your childish antics. Go on, Miss Helena, all you need to do is press this button. It will open a hatch directly beneath the furry villain. Gravity will handle the rest in a most glorious and gratifying display.
Stop it! This sort of thing is exactly why I forgot. You two and your constant ridiculous antics kept me too distracted to realize how bizarre this place really is.
What do you mean by that?
This is a volcano. Ever since ancient times, people have believed that volcanoes hold mystical power. And whenever a volcano is about to erupt, mysterious lights are also frequently spotted nearby.
Oh, yes, I think I've heard of something like that. I believe such light arises not from mystical means, but because of... Shut up, you half-wit!
You know what this must mean? I think I'm nearing Mahatma again. I can't pass up this chance now that... Huh? Did you see that light in the sky just now? I think I just saw something fly by. Forget the race for... Forget the race for the moment. We've got field work to do.
Wasn't that just the drone flying around to broadcast the race? Didn't I tell you to shut up? Some things are better left to the imagination. As far as this race goes, I believe we should let Miss Blavatsky do as she pleases.
Oh man, people are starting to drop off left and right. And yet you seem to be quite unperturbed. Well, sure, I'm used to these sorts of places after all. Not to mention I get to stay on Bylong. I don't have to cross fires barefoot. And I don't have to gather banana leaf fans, Excalibur or otherwise. It's still really hot here, of course, but aside from that, this is so easy it almost feels wrong. In fact, maybe it is wrong. Compared to the others, we must look like we're slacking off big time in the eyes of the Buddha. Not at all. I am fiercely maintaining my vigilance for even the slightest violation of decency. I believe the Buddha himself would be proud of my efforts. Yeah, you probably don't have anything to worry about. Plus, I can see you're picking up the pace to catch up to that shameless Emperor's team, which is great. I guess I'm just more worried about myself. Like the fact that I'm thinking this, well... It feels like I might be upsetting the balance between enjoying the Buddha's protection and trying to complete the trial he's given me. There, you see? That was a volcanic bomb! This is bad. It's spooking the horses. Oh no, I knew it! I figured we would never fall in the volcano as long as we had the Buddha's protection, so we could easily win as long as we kept going at full Buddha speed. But I should have known that he would see right through that. I'm beyond ashamed. I just have to accept that I still have a long way to go on my journey. In gratitude, I will smash 1,000 volcanic bombs. 5 elements Mountain Buddha Palm! Yeah! I am no heartless Oni either. Indeed, I will not be likened to one of those winged insects who deserve only a swift execution. And so, I shall show mercy. I will hold this ground here and give potential offenders a chance to remedy their ways for the duration of this rock storm. I am not the only one who can protect public decency, after all. What's more, I sense I have some sort of connection to those people there. Listening to the constructive criticism from friends and reflecting on the manner in which one conducts oneself is a perfectly valid type of reform in its own right.
It appears that most of the other races have dropped out. Few things are better than than stains that easily come out in the wash.
A predictable outcome. This course is a melting pot of heat and passion, just like my own Vesuvius. Rome may delight in all manner of entertainment, but even we Romans do not usually race on an active volcano more than once a decade at most. I, of course, have already raced on such a course, so I am well aware of the necessary techniques. It is all but impossible for neophytes to have any hope of keeping up. We're still here, you know. I'm an old hand when it comes to seeing truth amid flames. Tell me, have you ever danced with a Nobu in the pale firelight? Huh? What do you mean nobody will get that reference these days?
Curse you! Curse you, Rome! I won't lose this battle. This is our land!
They're going even faster. They'll reach the mouth of the volcano in no time.
The volcano's mouth is already upon us. If we do not slow down soon, our lives will be forfeit. What would you have us do, sub-driver? We have no traction on this ground. Slamming the brakes will not let us stop in time.
Understood. Then we floor the accelerator as hard as we can. Hold on, Dark Maid. I told you I was serious about this battle, and I meant it. I may enjoy making light, but I have never once spoken falsehoods.
I see. Very well then. I shall entrust this to you. All this is in your hands now, Nero Claudius.
Emma, Vesuvius is my garden, the embodiment of the passion within my heart. We have nothing to fear from it. Well, I have heard that it caused disaster at Pompeii after I died, but that was not my fault.
Oh yes it was! It was all your fault! All of it! It is because you Romans broke your promise that our land, my daughters, tribe, and allies, all perished! That is why I fight. That is why Rome and you Romans are my sworn enemy! I am not Roman. That's right. Why? Why is a child of Britain working with a Roman? No. Whatever your reasons may be, that only makes it more important that I not allow myself to lose.
So you would attack us again? Very well. This shall be our final standoff.
You know, since you do actually fight against Boudica in the second part of this event, and she's an Avenger, I kind of would like to see an Avenger Boudica in the future. You know, it does actually fit with her myth too. You know, since her daughters, her land was completely destroyed by Rome. I really would like to see an Avenger Boudica. That'd be cool. At least a 4-star. At least make it a 4-star Avenger that's somewhat decent. DreamWorks, come on. Or Delightworks. I'm saying DreamWorks. That's not right. Anyway.
They're getting closer and closer to the mouth of the volcano. Are they going to be okay?
I hope they can stop in time.
Ah!
Ah! No matter what happens, I can't let myself lose this fight. I need to get ahead of Nero, even just a tiny bit. And prove to everyone how brave I am. That I'm not just a loser who suffered a humiliating defeat at Rome's hands. And if winning this game will accomplish that. I don't care if I fall into the volcano. Even as my body burns, I'll face her and say, "Take that, you coward!" And so much for the great Rome. That will be my greatest victory.
Boudica, I am sorry. I know I shouldn't say this, but I cannot hold myself back any longer. I can tell that you are prepared to die in order to secure your victory. In light of your determination, I am compelled to tell you this.
What is it? What do you have to tell me now that you're about to lose?
Well, since I can't hold back any longer, I suppose I'll just have to spit it out. I am having the time of my life! I am not prepared to face death. I would much rather live. That is why this is so enjoyable. We continue to challenge death to sing the praises of life. I am not making light of your choice to race headlong to your death. I would be sad to see you die.
What? What are you saying? This is a battle, one between the conqueror and the conquered. I bear you only scorn and contempt.
Emma, you have every right to loathe Rome. You may denounce my name as much as you like. But this is a battle between you and me. And unlike our previous battle, there is no one who will humiliate you or your daughter without my knowledge. Your people will not die. There is no land for anyone to take. There is nothing but the contest to see which of us will be the victor. And I must tell you, Boudica, that I am able to compete with you like this now makes me... That I am able to compete with you like this now makes my heart sing with joy. It makes me wish that we could become sisters in arms, friends who share each other's bravery, buttress each other's determination, and swallow each other's fear. Boudica, proud charioteer and queen of victory, please reconsider your decision to claim this victory even at the cost of your own life. If you truly mean to take revenge on Rome and me, then achieve a complete victory. Use your skill to surpass me and laugh as you watch me fall into the volcano. Alright, the moment of truth is upon us. Is this the time for me to shine brighter than Rome has ever shined before? Now, hit the brakes! Well, so much for breaking their spirit. Boudica, why do you not rein your horses? You're about to fall into the volcano! Phew, we just made it. Oh, thank goodness. Her chariot may have fallen into the volcano. But Nero managed to grab hold of Boudica before she could follow it. And Artoria has a hold of Nero, so she was able to lean out of the car and grab hold of Boudica. What are you looking at? Hurry up and get in. There's something I want to ask you as well, child of Britannia. You fought against Rome too. You should hate it every bit as much as I do. So then, why are you able to fight alongside her? I cannot say. Pondering such weighty matters is better left to royalty. Right now I am no more than a housekeeper. I have set such lofty matters aside for the time being. However, it makes me wish that we could become sisters in arms, eh? Everything this woman says is steeped in the opulence of the victorious. And yet, there is something strangely pleasing about that opulence. It is like a deus ex machina that one actually wishes to see come about. I see now. I get it. I should have realized it all along. I've been a spirit for a long time now. Heroic spirits are shadows of people who have made their mark on history. They aren't actually those people themselves. The real me who once lived and the heroic spirit I am now aren't the same person. I even said that back when I tried to make myself look good once. But now, I don't know. When I was summoned here, it was like my spirit origin was different somehow. I guess that's why I ended up flying off the handle like that. I'm sorry. I really did make a lot of trouble for you all, didn't I? Hold it. Don't go disappearing. We still need to discuss something important. Did we win this battle? We stopped our vehicle right near the volcano's edge, but your body went closer to it than ours. Is the winner of this battle determined via the vehicle's position or the driver's? Oh, that? Naturally, it's... Wahahaha! Not so fast! You got so careless you failed to see the true victor emerging from behind! You sabers pretending to be a caster and rider got sloppy. First we secretly followed you from behind so as not to kill the serious mood, and now our plan's going to pay off by letting us win. What's more, I anticipated something like this may happen, so I had a drop-off detection system, just like the one that Roomba's used installed in the V6 Demon King.
So she's using Roomba technology in her rocket ship.
Nothing can beat the technology found in those clever little cleaning robots. They never once fall down a staircase, no matter how close they get to the edge. Which means I can use that same technology to get as close as possible to the edge of the volcano without falling in. Kazusa no Suke is a great victory. My, first I steal her turn to get a swimsuit, now I steal her catchphrase. Sometimes I'm so awesomely evil I surprise even myself. Yes, this vehicle is designed to shut off its engine if it detects a significant drop-off. Excellent. Just as I ordered. Wait, did you say shut off? That's right. So our inertia will send us driving right over into the lava. What? What kind of crappy design is that for a rocket? It's not crappy. Rockets don't need silly little control structures like that, so I omitted them. Honestly, I don't really know much about how spaceships are designed anyway. We really are hopeless, aren't we?
Yeah, you're both fucking idiots. And into the lava. Fucking morons.
My, what a breathtaking lava dive that was.
For some reason, Oda is still smirking, giving a thumbs up as she sinks into the lava.
I guess this means they won? Both they and their vehicle went the farthest after all. Well, see you around. You'll find the road to the next area after I disappear. Good luck. I can't help but be a little disappointed with how this ended, but oh well. She was smiling in the end, after all. Truly a great race befitting the Queen of Chariots. Now what is going on? Oh no, it's going to erupt. Get back! The ship can't withstand re-entry heat, so it's not going... The ship can withstand re-entry heat, so it's not going to melt in lava or anything. But it looks like its reactor set off something in the volcano that triggered an eruption. Really? That sounds pretty dire. Like, wipe out human civilization dire, no? Can we escape it? I think it'll probably end up blowing us out of here on its own. Might even send us into space. Alright, that's a Nobu kind of plan. I'll just skip taking over the rest of the world after Japan and go right on to conquering the whole damn universe. Just as well. This planet could never hope to contain all of my awesome anyway. Either way, it can't be helped.
Fucking goddamn it, you two.
It erupted.
Their rocket's shooting up like a rocket. Oh hey, Okita, I guess you're still okay.
So, not even the Earth's fiery fury is enough to kill Nobu. Still, it did succeed at banishing her into the stratosphere. That's what she gets for running off and getting a swimsuit by herself. This is divine justice at work. Now I can rest easy until a summer Okita comes out next year.
2 years.
Oh! Yes, I saw a mysterious Shinsengumi woman pass by whispering something serious sounding too, but I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. Oh well, mostly sure. A vertical off course, huh? Well, they did say their vehicle can re-enter the atmosphere, so they'll probably come back sooner or later. Since it wasn't their fault, I won't treat this as a flying violation. But if they try to cheat for distance when they come back, I'll shoot them right the hell down. Anyway, let's keep going with the race. Especially now that the other teams caught up while the Emperor was settling their score with Boudica. Let's see how things go from here.
Alright, so yeah, we'll continue these in the next episode, since we're already at an hour. I'll see you guys then. Bye!